How the fuck is my whole team? I forgot I'm the Phillies. Drop. Fuck.
Anytime there's a top 10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Sooners will kick it away to start us off. Coming out with it, it's Reinhold. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Starts to scramble to the left. He'll throw it. And it's incomplete on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Makes the catch right at the 50. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. This offense has it with really good field position. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Now facing a third and long. Now the play fake. Fires to the right. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking. on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Red pass, it's complete. Got enough space. Touchdown Sooners. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-way scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Reinbold. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Quick pass on the jet motion. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Harris back to pass. He's got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think could read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
Get it out on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
And the Dogs will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking for a huge play. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Looking down the middle. He makes the catch. And he makes a completion. They're set up and in business at the 20. And the Sooners are in the red zone. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Sooners in the hurry-up. Might be calling a hot route. From the gun, looking for a man. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Got it behind the line. It's Willis. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
You know, these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the 3rd and goal.
All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown here on 4th and goal. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Fit it in the window for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the 1st quarter. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll go to the counter. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. They'll try to snap it quickly. Harris will throw. Quickly out to the tight end. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Oh, my, he just shanked that one. They were hoping for a little more, but it could have been worse as the punt goes out of bounds, and they'll put it in play around the 45-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Shoots it to the left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Now this offense is back on the field. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Steps away to find some room. Intercepted for the 11th time. Got some room to run. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown Sooners! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Leaves it with the back. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after...
Breaks into the open. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Harris back to pass. Finds his man. It's Reinbold. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. The RPO. It's complete. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Extending the play. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Sets up the screen. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
A short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Fires to the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Caught in the backfield, it's Willis. Finding just enough room to slither and juke his way out to the 16.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Got his man downfield. Right down the gut of the field. Past the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and Hill has it. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead.
Oh, this nigga putting a right in
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense.
How about my slider?
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
Oh, he's so eyes, cuz. He's so eyes.
Harris will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Shut up.
Fucking ball. Bitch ass nigga stepping off the mound.
Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Slithers into space. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep.
That's not my only hit, though.
He turns it loose to the left.
Hit that.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
And the defense makes a big play, and you
That's
could
cool.
see the quarterback,
I
once he
double play.
bought time, started to roll to his left. The defense all reacts, comes to that
I didn't know
side
I'm
of the
gonna double play.
field, breaks on the football.
That's what
He
she's saying
couldn't
at.
put enough mustard on it because he was running to his left. Defense takes advantage, forces the interception.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Georgia going up tempo.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Complete to the left. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Hits him in stride inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And there is no question they should just keep letting this guy throw the ball. He's 5 for 5 on this drive. They've only run 5 offensive plays, and he's already got him down here by the goal line. Let him keep chucking it.
The throw. Looking to get it in. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. Second and goal for the offense.
Bum ass nigga. You bum ass nigga. You bum ass nigga. You bum ass
Trying to
nigga.
punch it in.
You bum ass
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's third and goal. Into the end zone, and that is interception number 3 on the day.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick, and guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. They'll run it from the gun. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
Well, here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There's been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles. And a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that side.
And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quick completion on the out route. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get...
Oh, he's got some space. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Here's a heat. Fires to the tight end. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Bringing it back. The 40. The 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Rutgers is piling on the points here today. They've opened up a massive lead in what's shaping up to be the kind of blowout neither side will soon forget. They're up by 20 over Minnesota. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Finds a little space. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36.
But we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
We go home, we go home, we go home, we go home, we go home.
Finding open areas.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
I think in this situation, after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to... They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. The backups are on the field. They get an opportunity to run your playbook. So let them do it.
Yo, don't start another one.
You've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. And I got to be honest, I like it.
He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out of the...
Don't start another one. Don't start another one.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Hey, you got to swing.
If they've got a spy defensively, if someone's
you got to swing
to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Hey, yo, good game though. I'll fuck with you. Oh.
He's got it on the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Quick release on the
I want to give you on the game. I'm going to give you this.
Execution in the passing game. They've got it down to the 3.
Good game, Josh.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting... And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires some real skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
You got my team out there.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it let... There he goes! Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. I'd expect
they can
we're
start
going to
hating
get
on each other.
of the running
Start
game
hating
at
on
this
each other,
point,
Jim.
even though it's 2nd and 11. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
They'll immediately call timeout. It'll be 3rd and long. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Can't get him to the ground. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Corner's going to give them room. Harris back to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons.
He's going for the big play. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field. They've got to score some touchdowns.
Worked his way out across the 35, got it up to the 37-yard line, but still a little bit short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Fires on the move. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
2 minutes.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Off the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on! That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Got the quick pass. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Big guy smells it. Punches it into the hallelujah land for a touchdown.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns. A 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. It's Reinbold. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. After this, it'll be a wrap. Harris will throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
That's not interference.
I'm joining up now.
Huh?